Hey guys, today on People Now, it's a wedding party weekend for Jennifer Lawrence and Cook MARONEY. We have pics of the star-studded events.
ZOEY DESCHANEL and Jonathan Scott make their relationship Instagram official.
Beth Stern is here with puppies and all we need to know about tonight's Hero Dog Award show.
Plus,
he said, I want to stay.
What exactly is going on in the new sci-fi thriller Emergence? Series star Alexa Swinton joins us with some insight.
Also,
2 words that describe our faces are punchable and forgettable.
okay. Things are getting out of hand with Jamila Jamil and the Impractical Jokers in their new show, Misery Index.
It's all live today on People Now. Let's go.
Hey, happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to People Now. Great to see you.
Yes. Did you have a good daddy daycare weekend?
I did. It's weird. Daddy daycare, solo. My wife was out of town, so I was solo with the kids. It's simultaneously the most life-giving, great thing, and so exhausting.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it's like, you know, my wife happens to be home with the kids all the time, and she does this all the time. I'm like, 2 days. I'm like, baby, I gotta tap out. I need some help.
But you made it.
Made it. No, it was so great. We carved pumpkins and stuff.
That's
We're
cute.
fully into. We're ready for Halloween. How about you?
What did I do? I went to a museum.
Oh.
Watched the Yankees lose. I'm really into sports now. But I had a good
You're
weekend.
really into baseball
Yeah,
now,
I'm really into baseball.
Did you go to the Yankees game?
No, I just watched from a bar.
Okay. I thought okay. Got it. All right, guys. Today is October 21st, which means it's Back to the Future Day. You already knew that, I'm sure. In the classic second film, Marty McFly and Doc head to today's date in 2015. The movie imagined a really high-tech future. Didn't exactly pan out like the movie envisioned, in every way anyway. We're still waiting for the flying cars. Hasn't happened.
But
really.
we want to know, which invention from the movie do you wish existed today? Maybe you'd like a hoverboard. Maybe you want to save some time with self-tying shoelaces. Maybe you could beat all the traffic with a flying car. Or maybe you'd wish we'd had rejuvenation clinics. Answer in our People poll. Tweet us your thoughts using the hashtag #PeopleNow. I would argue we basically already have hoverboards.
Kind of, right.
They've
got the wheels. And we've kind of, they've tried the shoes too. Sort of, like they've got the self-lacing kind of shoe. Anyway, we'll break it all down in a bit. There's some practical things to wade through. We're gonna check in on the results a little later. Here's what you need to know and what is trending for today. Prince Harry is addressing the rumored rift with Prince William, admitting that as brothers, they have, quote, good days and bad days. In ITV's new documentary, Harry and Meghan, An African Journey, the Duke of Sussex discusses the pressures of their jobs in the royal family, saying in part, quote, inevitably, stuff happens, but we're brothers, we'll always be brothers. We're certainly on different paths at the moment. I'll always be there for him, and as I know, he will always be there for me. Harry adds, we don't see each other as much as we used to because we're so busy, but I love him dearly. Harry also insists that the majority of rumors about them are, quote, created out of nothing. Back in April, an insider told People that William and Harry were, quote, at very different situations in their lives, adding that the two were always destined for different paths. The source also told us that outside of formal appearances, William and Harry didn't speak or spend much time together and have separate groups of friends. This all came about a month after Harry and Meghan officially split offices from William and Kate, breaking up their joint court at Kensington Palace. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have since moved out of London to Windsor Castle's Frogmore Cottage. That's about 25 miles away, and they launched their own Instagram page as well. Later on in the show, we're going to have more revelations from the new documentary, including Meghan Markle admitting that she brushed off warnings about UK tabloids. More about that in a bit. Felicity Huffman was spotted on Saturday for the first time since reporting to prison for her role in the college admissions scandal. She was seen wearing a dark green prison jumpsuit. Huffman is serving her time in a low-security correctional institution for female offenders located in Dublin, California, which is about a 5.5-hour drive from the LA area. People confirms Huffman's husband, William H. Macy, along with their 17-year-old daughter, Georgia, visited her over the weekend. The family, which also includes the couple's 19-year-old daughter, Sophia, are allowed to visit Huffman on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. A rep for the actress told People in an exclusive statement that Huffman entered the facility for her 14-day sentence on Tuesday. However, she's expected to serve 13 days, finishing her sentence on October 27th. Huffman pleaded guilty in May to paying disgraced admissions consultant Rick Singer $15,000 to have a proctor change her daughter Sophia's SAT answers after she took the test. Huffman was sentenced in September and fined $30,000 on top of 250 hours of community service and a year of supervised release. A source in Huffman's circle recently told People that the actress is ready to pay her societal debts, saying, quote, she's embarrassed and just ready to get this behind her. She wants to serve her time and move forward. Well, things got a little crazy on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon Sunday night with an Alec Baldwin strip down. Watch.
No, I'm going to do it now. You were on this. I'm going to take my pack out. I want to show you, because you talk about how, like, you want to lose weight and everything. You want to see how much weight I've lost? Ready? My pants don't even fit me anymore. I stopped thinking of it.
There you go, very special edition of The Tonight Show after Sunday Night Football with Alec Baldwin dropping his pants to confront Jimmy Fallon about using a dummy to play him during a bit. Now, according to Alec, the dummy had a little too much of a gut to be realistic since he's lost so much weight. Jimmy even tried to use the photo of the dummy to cover Alec's unmentionables while his pants were down. It was all fine and hilarious, kind of. Jimmy went on to tell Alec that he looks fantastic. Alec set the record straight, saying he wouldn't drop his pants on any other show. He was actually there to talk about his new movie, Motherless Brooklyn. They also discussed Alec's gig on SNL playing President Donald Trump. Alec said that he didn't want to continue playing him in the new season, but SNL executive producer Lorne Michaels convinced him with what Alec calls Jedi mind tricks to return to the character a few more times. I mean, why not? Playing him even won Alec an Emmy Award, after all. We now know that. It's almost like, how could he not do it, at least until
well, he's
the
just
terms
so good
ended,
at it. Right?
It gets a reaction every time. So anyway, Andrea, you've got more for us in Star Trek.
I do. We are kicking off Star Trek today with some weekend wedding bells ringing in Rhode Island, but also maybe singing.
Ringing.
After Jennifer Lawrence and art gallery owner Cooke Maroney's wedding on Saturday, their guests enjoyed one tasty after party. The couple even had the Boston's baddest burger and mainly lobster food truck drive right up to their venue to serve guests. I love that. Owner Kevin Tortorella tells people he served up a selection of burgers, hot dogs, and their famous RG fries, which stands for really good, only the best for J.LAW. Tortorella also revealed he found out he'd be working the gig just days before and actually had no idea it was Jennifer Lawrence's wedding until he arrived on site. He tells us the roads were sidelined with paparazzi, and that's when I started to be clued in. He says the A-list guests were, quote, really nice, adding, we were serving guests until 3:15 a.m. and then serving security. The Oscar winner and her art dealer Bo said I do over the weekend in front of 150 guests, including Kris Jenner and her boyfriend Corey Gamble, Amy Schumer, Adele, Emma Stone, and more. Now, we're told the bride wore Dior, which makes sense. She's been a brand ambassador for Dior since 2012. J.LAW and Cooke tied the knot at the luxurious Belle Court of Newport. It's a mansion in Newport, Rhode Island, that was designed in 1894 by renowned American architect Richard Morris Hunt. The estate was inspired by Louis VIII's hunting lodge at Versailles, and it's currently the home to Carolyn Raphalian, the CEO of Alex and Ani. A rep for the actress confirmed to People she and Cooke were engaged in February. And at the time, she was seen wearing a massive ring during a date night dinner at Raoul's, an upscale French restaurant in New York City. And Jen gushed about their sweet relationship on Kat Sadler's podcast, saying this, I just met Cooke and I wanted to marry him. We wanted to marry each other. We wanted to commit fully. She added that Cooke is her best friend. Well, congrats to the happy couple. All right, moving on to this, another happy couple. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott are getting into the Halloween spirit and making their relationship Instagram official.
Woo!
On Sunday, the new couple posted a photo from a double date with Jonathan's twin brother Drew and his wife Linda Fan at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. The picture features a group of haunting figures and terrifying masks surrounding the two couples. Jonathan is even holding Zooey in his arms, very cute. He's so brave. The New Girl star captioned her post in part, saying, still processing how scared I was of these people dressed in spooky masks. While the property brother wrote in his post, so much fun last night, that high-pitched scream totally wasn't me. And he added, also happy to report nobody got punched. And the HGTV star left a funny comment on his girlfriend's festive photo, writing, wait, you didn't post the pic of you holding me up? And she commented back hilariously saying, shh, I don't want people to know how strong I am. They got jokes. In September, a source confirmed to People that Zooey and Jonathan were dating after they were seen walking hand in hand in Silver Lake, California, just 1 week after Zooey announced her split from husband Jacob Peshnick. A source previously told People that those two were separated for several months before the split was announced. Now, at the time, that source said her relationship with Jonathan was new, but that, quote, they're having a lot of fun together. The following week, a source told People that Zooey was happy about her new romance, saying he makes her laugh and he's so sweet to her, and that they bonded over a shared love of music and of family. All right, Kim Kardashian West revealed on Sunday night's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that after 4 kids together, she and her husband Kanye West are done having babies. Which 4 kids is a lot. But Kanye made a big announcement of his own the very next morning. He is giving birth to new music and is coming soon. Heyo. Ye revealed to fans on Twitter on Monday morning that his much-anticipated new album, Jesus is King, will be released this Friday. The rapper tweeting a photo of a blue record with the caption, Jesus is King, October 25th. This will be his 9th album. Back at the end of August, Kim teased fans with a tweet that appeared to reveal a list of potential tracks for the album. Now, the album will reportedly feature several guest artists. Those collabs are rumored to include Nicki Minaj, Timbaland, and even Kenny G. That will be really fun. The album will be released alongside a film of the same name, which will bring Kanye's famed Sunday service to life. That will screen exclusively in IMAX theaters on the same date as the album's release, October 25th. So a lot to look forward to there. Those are your Star Treks for today.
All right, stay with us. We are joined live by the amazing young star of ABC's mysterious new thriller, Emergence. Alexis Swinton will be here. Plus, Beth Stern is also here live. She's bringing dogs. We're going to tell you the special reason she is here with those dogs in just a bit. Meghan Markle's opening up about becoming a royal, admitting that she naively brushed off friends' warnings about UK tabloids. In ITV's new documentary, Harry and Meghan, An African Journey, the Duchess of Sussex is speaking out about her life and marriage for the first time, discussing the struggles of the immense spotlight as a member of the royal family.
And talking about the relentless attacks from the tabloids, she said, "It's hard. I don't think anybody can understand that, but in all fairness, I had no idea." Adding, "But my British friend said to me, I'm sure he's great, but you shouldn't do it because the British tabloids will destroy your life."
Meghan also admitted that she never thought life as a royal would be easy, but believed that it would be fair. She explained, quote, "If I'd done something wrong, I'd be the first one to go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I would never do that."
And she adds, "But when people are saying things that are just untrue and they are being told they're untrue, but they're allowed to still say them, I don't know anybody in the world who would feel like that's okay." When asked how long she could manage the constant onslaught of attention, lack of privacy, and ongoing tabloid rumors, Meghan revealed she just takes it each day as it comes.
Meghan got real about the pressures of being a new mother and the negative attention from the press that she received during her pregnancy and the first months after son Archie was born. That was on May 6th. She also thanked the interviewer for asking her how she was doing. She said, quote, "Not many people have asked if I'm doing okay."
And towards the end of the tour, the couple announced their decision to launch legal action against the Mail on Sunday for publishing a private letter that Meghan sent to her father, as well as News UK, owner of The Sun, and MGN, former owner of The Mirror, regarding alleged illegal interception of voicemail messages. So he said in the documentary, "Look, part of this job and part of any job, like everybody, means putting on a brave face and turning a cheek to a lot of the stuff."
They added, "But again, for me and for my wife, of course, there's a lot of stuff that hurts, especially when the majority of it is untrue." The Duke of Sussex explained how caring for his mental health is constant management. Harry promised that he would stand up for what he believes in and that he, quote, "will not be bullied into carrying a game that killed my mom."
But not every revelation from the documentary is grim, with Prince Harry revealing that son Archie found his voice in Africa during the trip with mom Meghan Markle. Harry says, quote, "He clearly loves Africa as well because he's been happy looking out the window. He found his voice here. He was bouncing up and down, making more noise than he's ever made before." That's so cute.
Yeah, proud mom Meghan added, "We thought he was happy before. He's the happiest here. He's been so happy the past 2 days." Now, although their time in Africa holds a special place in the royal family's heart, with both Harry and Meghan dedicating much of their humanitarian work to helping those in Africa, the couple doesn't plan to move to the continent anytime soon.
Yeah, Harry said in the documentary, "I don't know where we could live in Africa at the moment," adding, "We just came from Cape Town. That would be an amazing place to base ourselves. Of course it would. But with all the problems that are going on there, I just don't see how we'd be able to really make as much a difference as we'd want to without the issues and the judgment of how we would be with those surroundings."
The royal dad explained it's a very hard place to live when you know what's going on, and then you're sort of, again, slightly disconnected from it. So we'll see how they move forward, and of course they're going to continue doing that great work in Africa.
Harry and Meghan, An African Journey aired Sunday in the UK and will air in the US on Wednesday, October 23rd at 10 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
And now we move on to this. Ronnie Ortiz MAGRO is opening up about, quote, outgrowing people. Over the weekend, the Jersey Shore star shared cryptic Instagram stories about that and about protecting your peace. The messages have since expired, but fans and critics assume that he's alluding to his volatile relationship with Jen Harley.
So Ronnie recently split from his on-again, off-again girlfriend after an alleged physical altercation and kidnapping charge earlier this month. The pair shared daughter Ariana together, have had a rocky relationship for a while. The ups and downs of the relationship have been documented on Jersey Shore Family Vacation.
On Saturday, Ronnie posted to his Instagram saying, outgrowing people is natural. Never bring yourself down. Find people on your level. Another post read, protect your peace from those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Seems like he's kind of working through it.
Yeah, an emergency protective order was issued against Ronnie after his arrest earlier this month. The order was in place until October 11th, but did not prevent him from seeing his one-year-old daughter. So he appeared on our show over the summer, seemed to be in good spirits, but there's a lot of drama with this relationship.
Yeah, then on Sunday, Ronnie posted stories with his daughter enjoying a pumpkin patch and quality time and about to get kicked by a goat. Is that a goat? No, it's a lamb.
It's hard to tell at this point.
Okay.
It might be a mini horse, I'm not
Either
sure.
way, that is a cute little girl.
Yeah,
There's some
she's
chickens.
having fun, and we wish them the best.
Sometimes these situations are hard. the kids aren't happy or the families aren't happy. So we would try and find them someplace better.
Does Joe not want me to stay?
No, no, absolutely not. And I really don't think that's what's going to happen.
Please don't make me go someplace else. I like living here.
So maybe tell me about why you like it, your favorite things.
I want to stay here.
I know, and this isn't going to take very long, cross my heart. Maybe tell me a little bit about Joe.
He said I want to stay.
Things are getting weird. Who or what is Piper? You can find out that and so much more in ABC's hit mystery-themed thriller, Emergence.
Please welcome to People Now, Alexis Swinton. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Last time I saw you, I was hosting a Q&A with you and the cast on Faison, all the rest of the cast.
Yes.
It seems like you guys have so much fun together.
We really do.
Yeah.
It's like a really close family instead of a cast.
Donald Faison is such a funny guy. I just particularly think about him on Scrubs and everything else. What has been your favorite part about working with him?
I think that he cracks the jokes a lot, but not so it seems like it's fake, but more like he's really funny.
Yeah, it's just naturally a funny situation.
Yeah, like just naturally funny, and he always adds that little ad lib at the very end of the scene, so they can cut it out if they want to, but also so they get it in the take.
Yeah.
And those are always the funniest, and you always have to hold it in before laughing out loud when they say cut, and you're always like, oh God.
Is that hard for you to not laugh when he does stuff like that?
100% positively, yes. Really?
Yeah.
I imagine. Everyone's talking about this show. Let's get into it. So last Tuesday's episode, Joe, played by Alison Tolman, finds out about Piper's origins. So what is she going to struggle with as she gets this new info?
I think the fact that she seems like, how do I say this? I feel like she wants to know really who she is. She wants to understand what this girl really wants and what she needs, and I feel like that's going to be a struggle for her to find out what and all that.
Yeah.
This is one of those shows that keeps the audience kind of on the edge of their seat, and you start putting together theories, what exactly is going on. The answers are few and far between sometimes. How excited are you for fans to know more about what's happening?
Well, I'm very excited for them to know what I know, but I don't know a lot. So I'm excited for them to know very small bits, and I'm excited for them to know what I'm about to figure out too.
Okay, and how soon are we going to learn more? Do you know,
every
like
single episode, I feel like every single episode
there are
there's
nuggets
a little
every
bit.
time.
Yeah.
There's just a little bit, and even sometimes a lot of it.
Yeah. How much did you want to know about the sort of arc of the season when you came into it?
So, I wanted to know just like a little, because I wanted to know if I was going to stay for the season or not.
Well, right, yeah. Like I don't know how many episodes.
Am I going to be here the whole season, or am I going to get like killed off? You know, like that type of thing. I mean, it could have been like, you know.
Like a quick run.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me, bye-bye.
Yeah, right.
But that was pretty much it. Like, I really wanted to learn the rest of it with everyone else.
Yeah.
And you signed an NDA and everything. So
Yes.
we can't really get too much out of you. But you grew up in Jersey, right?
Yep.
So East Coast. What was the audition process like for this show?
So I definitely auditioned. I actually worked 10 hours on the audition. Like, that's my normal time for an audition because I really want to put in a lot of work to it, so I do the best I can possibly. Then I went for the audition, and luckily, Magnolia Bakery is right by ABC.
Yeah.
The casting place, so we always go there after ABC. And that one time, my mom usually allows me to get half a cupcake from there, but that one audition, she let me get a whole one, so I was a little lucky on that. So I feel like that was definitely a good luck
Okay.
for the whole thing. So I got called back for the second callback after the original callbacks. And then the day of the callback, they said, you know what, you're just gonna go for the screen test. Have fun. Yeah.
Wow. So it moved quickly after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
They knew.
Now after every audition, are you going to Magnolia Bakery? And
Well, had like 2 auditions since then because like of the show.
well, yeah, you're kind of busy.
But whenever I'm at ABC, I definitely still get a cupcake.
Yeah.
Special treat.
With shows like these, there are a lot of fan theories. Some of them are out there. What's been some of the best ones that you've read?
There are 2. One, the alien children apocalypse. There are all these aliens, children, and they're all going around. They're going to try to take over the world. Definitely the funniest one on planet Earth. Second one, there's this one person who told me that she was a gorilla that was getting controlled by a 75-year-old man, and I was like, that is hilarious. Not true, but hilarious.
And clever. It's a clever thought. Yeah, and out of nowhere, completely. Outside of Emergence, though, you and your theatrical family have this YouTube channel, right?
We do, the Swinton Show.
The Swinton Show, okay. Tell us about that and whose idea it was to kind of come up with that.
My mom's, for sure.
Okay.
She's definitely very funny, and she definitely has like the creative part of it. Yeah, that is it. But anyway, it's really her. She writes most of the stuff, and we're actually going to be releasing a few more videos. Like I'm going to be doing some cooking channels, some how to code because I love to code, and some more other fun stuff.
Very impressive.
You're also adding author to that list. You and your mom are writing a book. So what is it about?
It's called Skyly. It's about a girl who's trying to face the problems of the day in her school and in her house with her family.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be looking for that.
Where are you in the process?
We are currently we're finishing off the first draft. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about like when it comes to like a multicultural living situation, what do you relate to the most about that idea?
I think everything, because like I literally live in a multicultural, multi-generational family.
Okay.
I have my grandparents in my house, and they're Russian Jews, and my dad's Canadian, Scottish.
So you've got a lot of different cultures represented
do,
there, right?
But I'm really lucky because of that, because I get to celebrate Christmas, Easter, Hanukkah. And
holidays are off the chain.
They're like
never
literally,
ending.
you get a lot, and like for holidays and the Jewish holidays, they have the best food ever.
Yeah.
Like, they really have some great food, so I'm always happy to celebrate those.
All
Yeah,
right.
best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
We have a really pressing question here. We hear you're a Friends super fan. You love the show Friends. How did you become the #1 fan of the show?
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad to say that. I was just like the most popular show, and I clicked on it, and then I got hooked for like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, how sad were you when you found out that they're taking it off of Netflix in 2020?
I was crying.
Oh, like actually crying?
I was actually crying. No, so my friend was telling my sister over the phone, and she was like, "Alexa, I have to tell you something," and I was like.
Like, oh no!
I was like literally sad.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you're, meeting all these actors and stuff, have you run into any of the Friends cast?
No, but I'm hoping to eventually.
Yeah, who would be the dream? Like
Any of them really, but definitely. Oh, I have to think about that one.
Jennifer Aniston just got on Instagram.
Yeah.
I know. I'm following her.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say to Jennifer Aniston if she walked in the door?
I don't.
We have a surprise for you.
I know,
Just kidding.
you set
That's
it
not
up
true.
as if you
Let me tell you,
don't
if
do
that was
that.
going to happen, I'd be more excited than you. Let's do this. You ready? Since you're the show's biggest fan, we want to test your Friends knowledge. A little game of rapid fire, Friends edition.
Oh no.
Are you ready for this? Who did Rachel leave at the altar in the pilot episode?
In the pilot episode, she left Barry.
Yeah.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding.
All right. What is Ross's first wife's name?
Her name is Carol.
Yep.
Wow. Someone in your ear right now? On which soap opera does Joey have a recurring role as Dr. Drake Lamore?
These are our wives.
Okay. This is not even
How many categories
challenging.
for towels does Monica have?
I think 6?
More than that.
8.
It's 11.
It's 11.
It's okay, so far you're killing it. All right, here we go.
That one's really specific.
That's very Pacific. Okay, what's the name of Rachel and Monica's downstairs neighbor?
Oh, he's the guy that has the broom. Mr. Annoying person.
Close, Mr. Heckles, but yes.
What's the name of Ross and Rachel's child?
Emma.
Ding, ding. And
Yeah.
what? Final one. What is the name of Joey and Chandler's pet duck? It's really obvious.
It's Duck, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's Duck.
yeah. Wow, that's like
Absolutely.
really impressive.
Killed it. Hey, I'm impressed.
Yeah, me
Honestly,
too.
I was nervous about that. I wasn't sure how much of a fan you really were.
No, that was probably the
30.
easiest one.
What was that? 39 out of 40?
Yeah, she takes quizzes.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did a quiz before.
Prep for this, yeah.
Oh, you studied up.
And I got 39 out of 40.
Well,
Pretty good though. It paid off because you killed it.
congratulations.
Yeah,
And congratulations about the show. And by the way, we
Thank you.
didn't get to talk much about Alison Tolman. We love her. She was so great as well.
She really
Tell
is.
everybody we say hello. And to
Yay!
come in sometime soon. Guys, you can check out Emergence Tuesdays at 10 p.m. on ABC.
Bye.
Check out this poor outdoorsman who foolishly tried to reason with a bear. Ooh.
Quack, 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 quack.
That guy thought the best defense was to yell Al Pacino hoo-ah at a bear that was charging him? No, they say to do that. Now we know that's a lie.
Andrew, how would you feel if you were this man?
I feel pretty stupid about bringing an arrow to try to hunt a bear.
At what point do you put the cell phone down and make a run for it, too?
I know.
He videotaped up to the point of actual bite.
All right, guys, the Misery Index is a new game show where contestants can make a fortune out of other people's misfortune. Jamila Jamil stars as the show's host with the Tenderloins comedy troupe and stars of True TV's Impractical Jokers, Brian, Q, Quinn, James, Murray, Joe Gatto, Sal Vulcano, starring as recurring panelists. And to tell us all about it, they're all here except for Sal.
Yes. Where's Sal? You guys pulling a prank on him?
He's
Talking about press?
This is the new Sal.
Yeah. We upgraded Sal. We were like, you know what? We have to get rid of the weakest and bring in the best version.
I thought it was going to be me, but it was Sal.
Tandoori tenderloin. Nice.
We had a surplus of chubby dudes. Yeah, so we got rid of
one chubby dude.
Yeah, we got rid of one.
Guys, you only wear your achievements.
I do actually love the chemistry here, and I wouldn't have necessarily known. I watch Impractical Jokers all the time, and it's something that I don't know how this would all work out. But
no one did.
No one did. You didn't either?
No.
Well, let's break it down a little bit. In Misery Index, 2 contestants helped by 2 of you guys to kind of respect, kind of like gauge each other's misery, and you get points. Yeah. I have a hard time describing it. Please describe it. Make me know more.
I mean, that's the only description I know.
Is that it? Well, it's 2 contestants. It's 2 contestants, and they basically rank like kind of which was worse between 2 miserable things that have happened, ripped from the headlines. So real things that have happened to real people, and
like a bear attack.
Right.
There's
exactly.
a scale of 1 to 100.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to figure out.
And this is a real scale. This is a real scale that psychologists and psychiatrists have put together, gauging what's most miserable in your life.
And we work as consigliaries because nobody knows misery like us guys.
It's so funny. Yesterday, after work, we were all crowded around my computer just watching it and laughing. It's hilarious. How did you 3 get involved?
Well, we were actually pinned by the network had the show, and they were like, you know what? Let's get some guys that really bring 2 things: sex appeal and humor. So they weren't available.
They weren't available.
We want somebody who's young, who's in touch with the people.
Most importantly, works cheap.
Yes. So it was like,
Here we are.
phone rang and we came in.
There you were.
And then they said they needed a host to be the polar opposite of us.
Okay, right. How did it come to you, and what was the appeal for you?
They are the appeal for
Right,
me
yeah.
because I think they are so funny and such wonderful people, and I love their show so passionately. So it was a no-brainer. I said yes before I'd even done the audition. I was like, yes, please, I want to do it. I hadn't even met them yet. I was an instant yes.
You all have great chemistry. Was it like that from the start? What was when you first met up with them? Were there any icebreakers?
Instantly.
Yeah. I made a joke about semen. That was it.
That was it.
Done.
Best friends for life.
What was the joke?
At this point, she's made so many scenes.
Yeah, we don't know which one it was.
I can't even tell you which one started it all.
Yeah.
But we went to lunch. She was like, the day of, it was like, let's go to lunch and meet, and it was you know, not nerve-wracking because I'm a huge Good Place fan, but also, you know, you just don't know when we worked together for so long. But within, minutes, we were like, this is it. This is
Instant chemistry.
It was instant.
I do feel like at this point you're kind of part of the troupe, and perhaps we could see you work into the tour or something, right? Like to have her show up, would that be something?
She's way too busy.
Okay.
She's way too busy.
We were damaged.
I've got a lot of tweeting to do.
Okay, right.
There's a lot of misery to go around on the show. For all of you, what are some of your favorite stories that you've covered?
Oh, hands down for me, and I think it was one that caught us all speechless, was when there was a funeral, and there was a guy who was a preacher, and he was holding a dove, and he said, you know, this dove represents the body of our friend here that has left in his spirit to fly, and he threw the bird, and it died instantly.
No way!
And just hit the ground. So it didn't even flap a wing. It was like like it looked like a wooden
It was
dove.
almost like it was dead when he threw it.
Almost like it was that,
But it
because he
wasn't.
threw it with such force, and then it just fell, and then everybody went, oh, and everybody just looks at him, and he's like, and what do you say next?
That's it, folks. That's all you got.
Do you have a favorite?
I really like the woman who found out that her husband was being unfaithful, so she cut off his member. And then she ran out of the house, he had it reattached, and then she went, crept into the hospital and cut it off again.
No way!
Threw it out the window.
That's dedication.
Oh, that was pretty.
That's insane.
I mean, it is.
I'll give you the first one.
Yeah. Dedication.
Wait, you
Dog security?
You shouldn't give him the first one. That's a deal breaker.
I don't think people should be cheating.
No, I agree.
So if you're gonna get
So Jeremy has a thing about elevators. Can someone tell the elevator story?
Oh, wait, did that happen?
Do you remember that one?
No, I don't.
Are you drunk?
Are you
making this up?
Did that happen to
I
you?
was in an elevator overnight.
Was it a Christmas song?
Yes,
Yeah, I do remember that.
Do I know your show better than you guys?
That's right. I'm sorry. There were so many miserable events. Yeah, that's right.
It was she got stuck in an he got stuck in LA with a Mariah Carey Christmas playing overnight.
Yes, all
That
night.
doesn't sound like a punishment to me.
No.
Oh, I love that song. I started listening to that in June to get myself ready.
It's like alone time and perfectly ushers in the holiday season.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah, Jeremy got stuck in an elevator.
I did.
That's
I got
why I brought
tragically,
it up.
but it crashed too. It wasn't just like stuck. It was it was a thing. Anyway.
You look great.
Thank you.
Wait,
I made it through.
how long were you in there?
Like an hour, but the elevator like crashed into something on the way. It was like doors split open, dust comes in. Very frightening.
So what's that on the misery index?
Well, you survived, so.
Yeah, but like they pried the doors open. They had to like.
Well,
get in there
you're
with
clearly
equipment.
you're traumatized, right? Because like every time you get in an elevator, you think of that moment.
I do.
Right.
That's
so,
actually true.
60?
Yeah, 60.
Yeah.
60 out of 100.
Right, so.
Wow.
That seems high.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
okay.
lie.
I'm still writing. Okay.
Yeah, but you're still talking about it. Your penis. Like,
I do still have that. So it could
No,
be.
but we all see problems, you don't. So it's 60. Trust us.
Camila, you don't get to guess publicly, but are you always kind of trying to guess? Are you good at the guessing of the misery index?
no,
You're not good.
because I'm a sociopath.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything deserves over a 10.
You do. She does sometimes. She did sometimes do this thing with her face where she did disagree and she couldn't like.
Hold it.
She held it. And she would just go. Okay, let's see what. Like, she have a moment like a couple times.
It's
I
a
will
good way
say.
to spot a sociopath in your family, though. You know what I mean? Like when someone doesn't react to like true trauma, I think you can really tell some stuff. I think we're gonna break up some families.
Congrats on the show. It's so much fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch. Real quick, Jamila, The Good Place coming to an end after 4 seasons. When you look back, do you have a favorite memory from set?
Yes, Ted Danson taught me how to slow dance like the old-fashioned movies. And it was like 1 a.m. and there were fairy lights all around and Nat King Cole's Unforgettable was playing and he's twirling me around like a princess. And I was like, wow, I will never recover from this moment.
That is a moment.
Wow, Sam Malone still got it.
I just brought these in so they could see what a real long stem beauty looks like.
Impractical Jokers back for season 9.
Yeah,
right?
soon. We still got season 8 on the air.
Season 8 on the air, yeah.
It's crazy at this point. You guys are so well known and famous. Has it actually become more difficult to pull this off?
Well, no, we basically just, before every shoot, we just teach each other how to slow dance.
Oh, okay.
Right, that really gets us in the minds. Now, it's New York City. There's enough people here that, you know, if somebody recognizes you, you push them along and get them.
We also have very forgettable faces, which helps.
Two words that describe our faces are punchable and forgettable. So we work within that.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and Jamila, you've done so much to call out double standards when it comes to beauty standards in the industry. I love following you on Twitter. You made a lot of movement in that field. What's the latest thing that you're trying to tackle?
So I just managed to get Facebook and Instagram with the help of like experts and charities to no longer allow minors to be able to see any kind of diet or detox products or cosmetic surgery procedures that are being sold on Instagram, and they can now be easily reported and taken down if you are over 18. So all the fad diet stuff is going, and now we're going to move that just off social media into legislation, and we're going to a government level to get these products just off the market. You can't sell strange powders to children over the internet.
It's amazing, and I've tracked along, and you made so much progress. So when I saw that, and I saw that you could go to the Instagram, you couldn't even see the Instagram posts, I was so happy.
Thanks.
And also, you do it with humor as well, because you made these hilarious videos. Have you guys seen the videos she's done about the detox teas where she's on the toilet?
Yes. Yes, we have.
I am pooing fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's great is that, so my boyfriend, he is a Grammy-winning producer, and he edited the sound.
I don't know what that has to do with the
He
story.
edited all of the
Okay.
I thought I'd just let you know. No, so he is this esteemed producer who people really respect in a way that they never will me. And I got him to edit all of the fart and poo noises on that video. So that's really our first collaboration.
That's amazing.
Great sound mix.
She's enacting change legislatively. Are you guys doing anything at all helpful?
We make a lot of those fart videos too.
Right, okay, that's what I was going to say. I just wanted to give you a chance.
Thank you, Jamila, for everything that you do with that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm very loud.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you all for coming.
You guys should catch Jamila Jamil and the Tenderloins when the Misery Index premieres October 22nd on TBS.
All right, the 9th annual American Humane Hero Dog Awards airs tonight, and we are so excited for all the dogs who are changing people's lives to be recognized.
We have 3 of them joining us right now, along with handler Deputy John Ferlinza and animal lover and American Hero Dog Award show co-host Beth Stern. Thank you both for being here and bringing these adorable pups. No cats this time.
You didn't even recognize me.
No, I was like, who is this?
You always bring cats, but we love the dogs.
But I love working with Hallmark Channel, and
Yeah.
this is my other baby, and it's the Hero Dog Awards.
Before we get into that, let me just say this. Congratulations. We've been talking about you you renewing the vows and doing the whole thing with Howard Stern?
My husband's a stinker, isn't he?
Yeah, on the Ellen DeGeneres show, we were all going crazy for this. What a fun day that must have been.
You know what? No, because had I have gotten a little bit of heads up, I would have put some lipstick on and worn a cuter outfit.
Oh, you look great.
No, but Howard wanted to do this for a long time. You were very hesitant, a little superstitious about it, but why?
Because I married him once and I meant it.
That's really. Did you reach out to Ellen after that Kimmel thing?
No, it was everywhere that he had proposed, and so she decided to do the surprise wedding with Colton the Bachelor, which was really adorable. Again, I was blindsided and would have worn a white dress.
Yeah. Final thing, was Colton like actually ordained, or was it
that
just
morning?
Oh, he was that morning.
Yes, he was.
To do it.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really great. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
It was a
Well,
lot of
last
fun.
thing on that, best thing about being married to Howard.
He is my best friend. It's like a slumber party when I wake up in the morning and when I go to bed at night. He's the best. I'm really lucky. Super romantic. We've got a wonderful. We both rescue. He's my partner in rescuing, and our love for animals is what I think bonds us the most.
Well, we know that is true. That's one of the things that you talk about, the two of you bonding over quite often. Let's introduce the cute pups you have here. American Humane Hero Dog Award recognizes different categories from law enforcement to therapy. Piglet. Here we go. Look at Piglet's right over here.
Well, that's Dax.
That's Dax. Dax and Jeannie are the finalists from each of their own categories. Dax won the law enforcement category. What are some of the heroic things that Dax has done? Let's talk about that.
Well, we've been very fortunate to have some success where we go out and find people. So his forte is tracking.
Talk about that murderer in the
using
ceiling.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy story.
We had a wanted subject who barricaded himself in a false attic, and our warrants team narrowed it down to the location that he was in, but they called us out to actually pour a hole in the wall. They put a hole in the wall, and then Dex and I went in, and he did what he does best, is apprehend that subject.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that he's just resting right now so peacefully. I imagine
what he's capable of, right?
I know.
This dog's resume is a mile long, and that's just one of the incredible things. He's a hero. All of these dogs represented tonight are heroes, and Dax was one of my favorites from the beginning.
It's amazing to see working dogs and canines do their thing. It is remarkable. And also the bond that they have. So what are some of the things that you've done to grow that bond?
Well, believe it or not, the bond is enhanced by working with them and being consistent, being patient, always being true to your dog, where you reward them with praise and his toy, which I have in my pocket right now, whenever he does something successful, because that's his motivation.
Yeah.
So that the play aspect of him doing a good job, that reward strengthens the bond more than anything. And then obviously he lives with me, and goes everywhere with me.
He's your boy.
Yeah,
He's
so
obviously very comfortable with you, very relaxed right now.
He better be after 4 years. We've been together for 4 years, but success is built on that.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about Piglet here, one in the search and rescue category, right? Actually helped in the California wildfires.
Yeah, in Paradise. There was, well, first of all of her work is volunteer work, which I love that about this dog and her incredible human. And she goes
Trying
on
to search and rescue right now.
Yeah, really. Who's she rescuing?
I don't know.
With the fires, a lot of people and family need closure when they have a loved one. And Piglet has offered that closure to a lot of families and has just been instrumental in doing just that. She's amazing. You should just see her gaze at her human. It's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
She does very
up,
important work, and she makes me cry. She really does.
Really incredible. She's
She's
beautiful.
very sweet. Jeannie won the therapy category for her work in nursing homes and with people with special abilities.
Yeah, Jeannie started off being discarded and abused and was found on the side of the road in Louisiana with a deformed back leg. And so they had to amputate her leg, and you would never know that she doesn't even think that she's different at all, and she provides joy, happiness, and smiles to children and people in hospitals, and she's just...
Yeah.
A little frisky. She's adorable.
No, I think I'm holding her wrong.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, because her little leg gets tired because she's a little tripod, but I think we're good now.
And dogs really have such an intuition, right?
They do. This show's is really about the bond that people have with their animals and how they're saving lives every day, whether they're saving your life at home just to provide comfort or a shoulder to cry on when something happens, or these dogs that are really truly saving lives.
Yeah.
And that's what tonight's show really is. It's a celebration of that. And bring your tissue boxes because I'm crying thinking about what we taped,
Yeah.
and I think it's just really going to show on tonight's program.
The stories are very touching. They're incredible. I just can only imagine how you choose one top dog to win the award, right?
Well,
So talk about that.
Yeah, the United States, everybody, how many millions of voters did we have? But they were voted. All their stories were online, and America voted.
Yeah.
And there is a winner, and there's a very special dog that's not here today named Alice. And her human was the victim of a drive-by shooting when he was a little boy. And he now has brain damage and suffers seizures. And Alice is able to detect the seizures 15 minutes before and has literally saved his life so many times. And he alerts his mother and barks and goes to her and lets the mother know. And so they can be there for him. So, and that's just 4 of the stories.
Piglet's trying to rescue me.
She can sense it.
She can
Needs some rescuing here.
Get me out of here.
Sadly, last year's winner, Chi-Chi, passed away
Yeah.
in February. She was a quadruple amputee who was rescued from the dog meat trade in South Korea. I mean, it's hard to deal with losing furry friends.
Yeah.
You know, how do you deal with the loss of a pet?
You know what? I wish I had the answer. My husband and I lost 3 of our resident cats over the last 2 years, and they become family members, and it's hard. I've grieved more from animals than for some people in my life, and I probably shouldn't say that, but they're just the bond that we have with our animals is like none other. And anybody who has a pet at home can understand and agree with that. I think so.
Yeah,
You can celebrate their memory, you know, and how they changed your life and made it that much better, and that's how you go forward and cope.
I hope Piglet and I having a moment over here isn't getting weird for you guys, but we are having a fantastic time. The eye contact there was unmatched.
It must be
more romantic than I've experienced in a long time.
Your wife's probably watching.
Yeah. Maybe you should.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
It must be really moving, though, to meet these dogs, work with them. What's the biggest takeaway of hosting this show every year?
Oh my gosh, Jamie Denton and I have been co-hosting it for 6 years now. And when we get that call when we're invited back from homework, we get so excited. It's so inspirational, sharing these stories. I mean, these dogs are doing this every day. They're literally saving lives. And for me to be a part of sharing that with the world, how lucky am I?
You really are, honestly. You do great work, and it seems like you have a great time doing it. We really appreciate you both being here. Thank you so much for sharing your stories.
Thank you for having
bringing
us.
awareness to the dog stories. Dax, Piglet, and Jeannie, thank you for being here as
Yes.
well.
And you can see more of these dog stories and which one will take top prize on the American Humane Hero Dog Awards, airing tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Hallmark Channel.
All right, taking one last look at our question of the day. We've been asking you what futuristic invention from Back to the Future you wish actually existed because we're celebrating
Flying
Back to
cars.
the Future Day.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, right? Any preferences, guys? Flying cars, you got the hoverboard, you got the self-lacing shoes, which actually
The
do exist,
rejuvenation
sort of.
centers sound pretty nice. Like a
Yeah.
really awesome facial.
I have to think about that.
Yeah, okay, you can think about it. All right.
We'll be asking you a new question of the day tomorrow on People Now, so tune in for that.
And coming up tomorrow, we're joined live by Jana Kramer and her husband, Mike Cosson, who get real about their marriage's ups and downs in their podcast, Wine Down.
Plus, the holidays are almost here, and we're celebrating with Melissa Joan Hart, who stars in Lifetime's new film, Christmas Reservations. Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from the Insta-famous poet and author who's been dubbed the Millennial Oprah. It's Cleo Wade.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Cleo Wade, author of Where to Begin, and this is One Last Thing. The last book I read was Getting the Love You Want, which I highly recommend. The last country I visited was London, where my partner Simon is directing a film. And my last moment of bliss was, I don't know, probably finding out I was pregnant. Or maybe finishing this book. I don't know which one was more blissful.